And welcome back. We have got another beautiful game of Dota 2 coming up for everyone. Here. It's going to be a lot of fun in the sun and everyone. So yeah, I guess just see if the team's ready. Yes, we're ready. Drop it like it's hot. We've got confirmation from the first captain with Segex. Just going to double check that I have actually ticked my camera button, and I have. That's great news. Let's just make sure that I have. Got a thing ready from Stargirl. And then we can start the match. We can get this game going really good. That must be her. Okay. And the coin has been flipped. Backdoor protectors now looking good with their icon. I'm loving the icon. Loving the icon. They didn't actually have that last game, so there was they just didn't look as professional. This time, not a problem. Not a problem for our team on backdoor protectors. Let's just double check. So we've got that delay going. Yep, that delay is working nicely. It's counting down now. And in 17 seconds, I am sure that the stream will start. Fingers crossed, everyone. Fingers crossed. And well, the game, at least on my end, has begun. So I guess you won't be able to see it until the stream is live, which is gonna happen anytime now. And it's up. And we got some connection. We got some excellent connection here, and the stream is live. So that's a happy days. And here comes the game. Players are connecting. Now this is a fun one. This match was actually meant to happen in
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team back.
Just closed my door. This match was actually meant to happen in week 1, but due to a power out from our player who Scarecrow, there he is. Scarecrow's power actually went out. So the Virtual Sports League is strict. The S is for strict. You know, if your players can't rock up, you will have to forfeit. But a power outage is absolutely something we're happy to forgive. That was nobody's fault. And SA Power, that's the only people we can really blame. SA Power, how could you do this to us? We're trying to run a Dota tournament over here, huh? Huh? Yeah.
Team back.
Yes, we're back. We got some bands, we got some flams. Bing, bango, and bam. Everything is ready.
5 seconds remaining.
Now it is a 2-minute delay, so if anyone wondering, it's a 2-minute delay. I think that YouTube actually adds another 10 seconds, so it's about 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Not perfect, but I've found that it is much easier for me to respond to the viewers in the chat if the delay is shorter. It just makes a little bit more sense with the responses. But yeah, it's just something that is needed. In week 1, I had 0 delay, during the scrims, and there was just cheating allegations rocked up immediately. So to solve that, I think I'm gonna try and find a way to monitor teams, maybe the apps that they have open or something. I don't know what I'll do, but I do really want to have any finals matches being able to stream live. Now my second monitor has broken as well, so I am just gonna have to hope and pray that the stream is live and things like that, because while I will be able to alt-tab every now and then, it might be a little bit obvious when you see the mouse stop moving and me stop talking about the game that I can't see due to an alt-tab. But anyway, enough about the technical difficulties to deal with casting in live esport. We are back with some picks. Zero Expectations locking in a Shadow Shaman. And Backdoor Protectors have got Vengeful Spirit and Witch Doctor. 2 strong supports already with 0 expectations. The same. Shadow Shaman is just a nice, strong pick always. Obviously a bit squishy, but since he's gotten that chicken, for anyone that hasn't played Dota in a while, he now has a little chicken talent that gives him essentially a free Aeon Disc. It doesn't hard dispel. I think it's a. I don't even think it's a dispel. It does. I think it's a soft dispel because it dispels stuns and stuff. So if you stun him and it would have killed him with that stun, he sort of just pops out of it and runs around as a little chicken, but it's only for 1 second, so normally not far enough to get away from danger or any damage that's coming through in the fight. But there's plenty of times where you can survive. Personally, I've played it where I've bought a Yule Scepter, and when my chicken pops, I'm spamming Yules, I use myself up, and I've probably got a Blink Dagger as well with a Shaman, so I'm blinking out and living. And then that comes off cooldown in another, I think 140 seconds, so it's not even that long before you can use this little Aeon Disc spell again. We got Naga Siren coming out. Now, don't be fooled. 0 expectations are looking like the strongest team in the league so far. They've definitely got the strongest player there in Scarecrow, who is currently ancient. After signing up as a legend, he was legend 4 when he signed up. He's climbed since, and he's just been practicing a bunch. He is now ancient and low divine. So it's there's a little bit of a miscalculation there regarding balancing the teams out, but that's it's just the early days of VSL. More players, more teams will come through. If you're listening and you haven't signed up, feel free to sign up and we'll get some divisions going. Much more even matches, but 0 expectations are not immune to mistakes. So we got some 2 nice little strength heroes coming out as well. We got a nice Mars. Mars is, I think, an awesome pick always. You know, you can get some nice plays with him. Big ultimate, always useful. He's got stun. He's got it all. Maybe a safe lane Dragon Knight. What do you think of a safe lane Dragon Knight? Huh?
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, we got some fans. We got some fans commenting. Thanks, fans. Some. The SVSL is not for spell.
Radiant team pick.
Winter Wyvern.
So we got Winter Wyvern. Winter Wyvern. What can Winter Wyvern do? Against the Naga, it's nice. It's got some wave clear. Even if this is a support Naga. Oh, so Abaddon is obviously a good pick always. But Mars, Vengeful Spirit, and Winter Wyvern are actually heroes I think are great against an Abaddon.
10 seconds remaining.
Winter Wyvern can obviously just keep him there.
5 seconds remaining.
Even, like, let's just say he pops his ult, Winter Wyvern pops his, just keeps him there. Can't run away. Can't use a spell. Mars obviously keeps him there. Yeah, like, and you can't run. And then Vengeful Spirit's got plenty of saves and swaps and stuns. You know, your shield may protect you from damage, but it doesn't protect you from a nice stun. That being said, there is a nice little call for a Lotus. You'd want to get a Lotus if you can maybe find a hero that likes one, maybe an Axe, a Underlord, Centaur. I'd even consider one to support. If I was like a Lion or something, I'd just get a Blink Lotus. Maybe a Bracer, obviously a bit of health. Something I haven't spoken about are the bands. Some nice solid bands. Lifestealer is out. It's actually a strong pick for Scarecrow. I'm surprised that he has banned Lifestealer. I absolutely allow Dota buff. I also allow, and I have to be careful here, I think it's Overwolf. Overwolf is one of the apps I do allow in VSL. This is because I don't think it actually meddles with the game, and I don't mind if an app is helping you out with a bit of statistics on on what are good heroes and picks and things like that. It is only the apps which help you out with macros and things like that. Learn to press buttons fast. You don't need a macro. We got a puck ban, we got a storm
5
ban.
seconds remaining.
I guess you don't have, but they've got some stuns. I guess you don't have a huge, like a really reliable. It's not like you have the Shadow Shaman on backdoor protectors.
Seconds remaining.
10 seconds remaining. What have we got?
5 seconds remaining.
Got some nice, I guess, Winter Wyvern. There's always a bit of counter synergy which can happen. Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain. Drow Ranger. I think Drow Ranger is a great pick. Solves any damage issues which they might have had, which I don't think they had that much of. Looks like we got a, I think Auron is their mid. So this is mid lane Vengeful Spirit. How exciting! Oh, I love it so much. Unless Frosty is their mid. I'm pretty sure it's Auron. I don't know if the team sheet's up again. This is the issue without having dual monitors. Oh, my life is ruined. Oh, my life is ruined. We'll get another one by next week, I'm thinking. Yeah, here we are. I think these are great little lineups. I'm excited to see who actually goes mid. Obviously, against the Queen of Pain, you're always going to have a little bit of a struggle if you're not a hero that can handle the dagger. But there is always that situation of, hey, if I can't beat Queen of Pain, I need to pick someone that's very useful. And with a stun and a swap, Vengeful Spirit can do a lot. And if you're leveling, a mid lane Vengeful Spirit can afford to level spells that you can't really afford to do so on other heroes. You could do so,
Prepare for battle.
And the lanes have not been revealed yet. Do we have a smoke on any of the teams? No. So while this is happening, let's go ahead and pull up our little items and get a stick count. And we are looking strong on the backdoor protectors with 4 sticks. 4 mighty sticks, might I say. And on the other team with 0 expectations, we got 3 sticks. Still a very solid number. Obviously, Kyugun Jin? Qui-Gon Jinn. Kyugun Jin. Obviously, Qui-Gon Jinn thought doesn't look as good as Bracer feels. But it would have looked awesome. All having him in that left slot. A nice little stick would have looked great. But, oh well, here we are now in the game. And we're just going to see if there is a little fight creeping up. Because we've got some nice aggressive move coming out here from backdoor protectors.
A wyvern's breath.
Winter Wyvern? I guess. Where's Vengeful Spirit's items? Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm thinking this is a mid-veng. And I'm loving it. Captain Sagex, he's just going to take this rune here. Lines have been drawn. Fantastic. Are they gonna make this way up here? They should wait. This team should wait around. They are playing very safe. I think they could go. Bang. And they've done it. They're going on the agility hero with going to be very slow. Nice little slows here. And a stun. And a maledict. Happy days. Say Gex, the captain, with a nice little first blood. Very, very clean play there. That's exactly what you want to see. 500 gold there going to the team immediately in that lane, and the hard support is going to look. So here we go. We got some lanes for the Dire, which is backdoor protectors. We have got a safe lane, Drow Ranger, and on the hard support, Witch Doctor. And this is against a POS 4. Yeah, that's a POS 4 Soma with a Shadow Shaman and a POS 3 Scarecrow on a Dragon Knight. So that's an off lane. And then the mid lane is obviously one that I'm going to start looking at immediately. We have got a Vengeful Spirit mid for the the Dire, and that's 0 Backdoor Protectors versus a Queen of Pain. Nice little classic matchup, but this dagger is showing issues already. Hopefully a bottle is going to come out soon. And then in the bottom lane, we have got a safe lane Abaddon with a hard support Naga Siren against Qui-Gon Jinn and this is the Qui-Gon Jinn is for the Backdoor Protectors. Qui-Gon Jinn on the pos 3 with a position for Frosty, playing a Winter Frosty Wyvern. So I'm going back to this mid lane now. I do want to see what's going on with this matchup. It's the one that I'm considering the most interesting for sure. Tradition, though. It is important to always follow tradition. VSL misses the first blood. Now, I think I actually caught it last week, so I think I've gone 8. I've gone 6 of 8, so I've missed it 6 times out of 8 games. It hurts, you know. I was on the way up, and now I've missed it again. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on the Winter Wyvern. He's getting a little bit of damage put on him from Stargirl, who is... I love that she's gone Naga-Siren. We've got some 2 sort of pseudo picks. Now, obviously, Naga-Siren has been picked up as a support a lot in. However, Queen of Pain, mid lane. Winter, ooh, Vengeful Spirit. That stun is no joke, and that bottle is on his way. He's feeling the issues, though, that are coming out from this dagger. Oh, Pop says, what up? I think with 170 damage nuke and stun, maybe. I don't know. He's just gonna sit back and use the wave of terror to farm creeps. That's a really good point. Once you get this bottle, it's gonna feel good. Oh, he has to fight, but no. Quap. He played the numbers there, just like Grandma, and he came out with a nice kill. Nice little solid kill there.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Say Gex's career has been killed on the... However, this Shadow Shaman is taking a lot of damage. This is a level 2 Maledict, just a level 1. So I think he's going to go down anyway. Let's have a look here. But he has got the chicken. The chicken fingers would have saved him anyway. Just because it was the last tick. Queen of Pain, mid. Ooh. I would have got it too. I would have been real proud of that. Swapping immediately back to that mid. Oh, it's like I cast. It's like I'm trying to be a caster for my own league. This Queen of Pain's going to die. I cannot believe he didn't dive. He is diving. Yes, there it is. Queen of Pain goes down. Legendary Guardian Orion of the Fortress. Winged Guardian of the Fortress. And teammates coming over Frosty. He's keeping it real cool. He's just going to grab that rune for himself. A little bit of mana. You know what? I've actually got a full bottle. I haven't used it yet. So I'm just going to use that. Pretty much get the full, says. And go ahead and fill that up. However, the Shadow Shaman did go down. That's nice. The Backdoor Protectors are showing that Zero Expectations are not immune. They're not immune to bad laning. Because this is looking very, very nice. Bang! Yes, use your damage. You may as well start fighting. You don't want to have to fold slowly to the Shadow Strike. It feels so bad. However, bottom lane, Qui-Gon Jinn on the Mars is getting gone on. He spears away the Naga Siren, so there's no net that's going to come out to keep him caught. However, yep, and that is actually the Malignant Mist coming out from the Abaddon there, managing to get the kill. The Aphotic Shield actually does damage. A little dot around the hero. A little mini Radiance sort of dealio. And he comes back in, automatically throws that spear. It's awesome. It's good to see. You gotta use that fountain regen. It doesn't last as long anymore, but you can still get a free spell in. Several waves here. What's the XP difference? Is, you know, we got a level 4 Abaddon. He's pretty close. He's pretty close to level 5. Back to the mid lane though. I can't stress. I really feel like this is the interesting lane. What did I miss? I missed a Witch Doctor kill top. Let's see what's going on with the dearth and the murder. However, I almost looked away when the murder happens again. Vengeful Spirit now, really showing that this mid can work. That's two kills. And that first death that he had was almost beneficial. He went back to lane, came back full, and And he's taken advantage since then. Obviously, Quap is now level 6, so this Queen of Squeam of Plain is going to come through. And it's going to do some damage. It's going to do some serious damage. And Raymond. Hello, Raymond. We've gone back, and this is a level 2 Maledict now, so yeah, we're feeling good. There's gonna be some serious damage getting put out on this. Oh, but the Queen of Pain has showed up, and the tick has not lasted. Queen of Pain doesn't have Scream, but Shadow Shaman does have Shackles, so Queen of Pain it manages to get. Sorry, Soma actually on the Shadow Shaman gets that kill on the Dwar Ranger. Yes, yeah, no one's immune to a nice long shackle. Queen of Pain. Oh. Nagasaren pulling in the Mars. Mars has got Bulwark, but he's choosing to walk away. Not, you know, he doesn't want to face his enemy. Maybe he would have lived, but that was a not. Yeah, I think he would have. That was only level 1 Mist Coil. Just that extra little bit of damage reduction there coming out from the level 1 Bulwark might have been able to keep him alive there, at least long enough for Cold Embrace to show up. Are we doing it? Yep. Okay. Get your wards down. Get this room in control. Yes! Nice swap into the stun deal. He's out. Shadow Shaman's coming in for the TP. That's great. He now doesn't have a TP. This next move is going to feel a lot safer for our mid lane Vengeful Spirit on the Legend Guardian Aura of the Forest. However, top of the lane, Witch Doctor, say Gex the cap. He's looking a little bit low. And this okay, so he's actually only got level 2 in the Rim's Wrath.
You're not getting that.
What's his corrosive reduction? That doesn't even give him health anymore? Man, it's been a while since I've looked at DK. Shackles out. Okay. No panic. They actually just end up turning around. This is level 3 Maledict maybe? No, just level 1. Just level 2. He might go down anyway. Oh, he's got 1. He's got chicken fingers. Is that another kill for mid lane? Fantastic. Vengeful Spirit yet again. That's his 3rd for the game. Now he's got a haste rune, and he says, this top lane, how is that going? Is it going good? Is it going well? Is it going better if I'm there? And he's filled himself up. Yep, that's all he's going to need. And he comes through with a stun. And that is a dead Dragon Knight. He found him, the haste rune. I think this Shadow Shaman is in trouble. Yep, they're all looking, and they've done the right thing. Winter Wyvern flies to give his team some vision, and that is a very nice rotation. 5 kills on 0 expectations to the 9 of Backdoor Protectors, and now this Abaddon actually might go down solo in the lane. No, the spear was good into the tower, but not quite. He's still got 150 health, and he just actually goes in. This Abaddon has gone in, turn around, pops his ultimate early, manages to get the spear into the tower, keeps him away, but no, not quite enough to be able to get the kill. However, the Winter Wyvern has come in, and he was looking threatening, so Stargirl, the position 5, says, may as well use my song to save my core, and now it's this hard support that's going to need saving. This net, this pull is doing a lot. Frosty is going to be able to heal himself a little bit, but it's only a level 1 Cold Embrace, so he is still in a little bit of danger. The wand isn't coming up anytime soon. There's more kills. That was another one for the Abaddon, was it? He managed to get himself 2. Yes, he's 4-0. He is feeling good. Makanan Sadip. Is it? Sadat. Makanan Sadat. He's feeling real good. And the XP is just going up and down. This is a really, really close laning stages that we've got going on here. A level 3 Maledict. I'm not sure who you think you are, but you're probably going to die to this. And they're going to explode. So the damage will actually do quite a lot too. Yep. Just not quite enough. Less than I thought it was. Long range Scream manages to pop the Witch Doctor, but now the Shadow Shaman is looking in trouble. Chicken Fingers tries to save him a little bit, but unfortunately a little bit of counter synergy with the swap. However, now this Nagasaren is here. He doesn't have a blink, he doesn't have a net, he doesn't have a song, and he doesn't have a hope. There goes Nagasaren. And that was Stargirl, I think, the captain. So when I... She doesn't have a hope, is what I should have said. But here we go. Bang, bang. Is this a level 3 Arctic Burn? It's no joke. I'm not sure that this was the right, or what I would have done with leveling, but I don't know, the team's playing really well. So I think there's definitely something here. Switching over to the net worth at 10 minutes is when I normally try and switch it over. The Maledict will definitely take the Shadow Shaman again. So this match is looking close. I love seeing these nice, strong heroes. You know, we got the Witch Doctor. We got a Vengeful Spirit mid who has just shown how dangerous that can be. This stun is just so big. It's coming out with 340 damage. However, he swaps him. He says, I'm safe. And I also have a team right behind me. Close enough to get the swap. Fantastic. And now Abaddon is taking a lot of damage. I think Witch Doctor should have just stood his ground there and kept the healing ward up. But instead, it does seem like we're going to be able to get that Dragon Knight down. The Abaddon does not have ultimate. But do you know who he does? This Mars has ultimate. And he comes through with a beautiful arena and spear. This is a 3-for-1. Yes, Drown Ranger has gone down, but it seems like they were going to get 4. But no, they're not. Queen of Pain blinks out. Still very, very good trades coming out here for the Backdoor Protectors. I think I can comfortably say that they have won. It's just hard because Vengeful Spirit, the farm is still looking very strong. And this is just a classic issue with good laners. You think, oh man, these kills, you know, we've almost doubled their kills. It's not everything. Last hits still exist. But it's just good. Drow likes having a nice lane, and she's had a nice one. Not a great one, a nice one. A nice one is good enough for a Drow Ranger, especially at 12 minutes. And especially with this kind of lineup in your team, you know. A team that solves a lot of issues regarding catch, regarding damage. And Vengeful Spirit says, Quap, did you like the tower? Because I'm gonna put you into the tower. Shadow Shaman comes through, Chicken Fingers. However, they might actually get this Queen of Pain. Yes, he's been spotted. The Wave of Terror manages to get this, and this stun is coming through. Yes, it's just got that range. This is another one for this Vengeful Spirit, who I'm just loving this at the moment, man. What's he building next? He's building Ags. And after Aghanim's Scepter, he's not only going to be a lot more tankier, but he's going to be a nuisance with 2 lives. A lot more damage, a lot more attack speed. And then after that, this is a mid-lane Vengeful Spirit. This isn't your support POS 5. He's going to be farming, and he's probably going to build something greedy after. And I'm excited to see what he goes for. 6-1. 6-1 on this Vengeful Spirit. Legendary Guardian of the Fortress, Orion. The Pooh Man himself. I did get confirmation from the captain. Orion, as his tradition, did do a poo before the game, so he's all sorted. No wonder he's playing as well as he did last week. However, if you don't ever want to be trapped inside of Serpent Wards and then shackled and then 4 other heroes around. TP's tried to come through to save, but no. If I think Mars might need to use his magic wand to just get his Hut Squad out of here, but no, he's chosen to use a God's Rebuke. This mid tower is looking in trouble. Oh, the Quap blinks in. Yeah, I think go for the kill. This is nice. This damage is still coming through. The Song of the Siren has been used, and now they don't actually have an interrupt for this Witch Doctor. Yes, they do. Shadow Shaman's fine. He's free. He's good. He's feeling happy. And Drow should definitely focus down on the Shadow Shaman. Get the click. The spear misses. The Chicken Fingers is showing how well it can work. Dragon Knight is tanky, but I don't think he's tanky enough for a level 4 Maledict. Vengeful Spirit is seeing red, he's seeing blood, he's chasing, he's trying to find something. Wave of Terror is up real soon. I think they're going to try and turn, but I think it's a bad idea. You want to be running because, yeah, there's going to be some heal, and there's also more damage coming through. Multi-shot's going to come, bang, there it is. They get the one kill, and the swap. He hasn't used it yet, so he's probably going to get another one. Don't forget, swap actually does damage now, and creates a shield, so plenty of damage coming through on this Vengeful Spirit. I'm loving it. Nice little return there. Vengeful Spirit still sitting on top of the net worth, and the Drow Ranger managed to pick himself up a kill there, did he? Let me see. Yes, he did. I think that's his first for the game, despite the lane being very, very deadly. So now he is on top of this Queen of Pain. Someone that definitely doesn't want to be behind. You want the momentum on a Queen of Pain. And this mid tower is in trouble. Goes for the deny. Good try. Maguni on the Drow Ranger loves that extra little bit of 90 gold. I think he gets an extra 200. This is fantastic. It's been fights non-stop. We're looking at 32 kills and the game is only 15 minutes in. What a match. This classic virtual sports league, though. When is there ever a bad match, you know? Give me one time. There's proof. You can look up all the games. Go watch them, comment, subscribe, and then tell me an example of a bad match. I'll wait, and I'll reap the rewards of all that, of all those comments and subscribes. I'll happily reap those rewards. Interesting. Sagex using Maledict. I don't think it works on the illusions. Maybe it does, and he's just looking to pop them to get that damage to help push out the wave. Maybe it works on creeps now. Swap. The Naga Siren. Yep. Commit it, you know? We don't have... if we need damage, use it. It's been, however, 4 heroes now show up for the side of zero expectations, so there maybe should have been a little bit, at least one expectation for a rotation, because now they are getting some education, and the tower is going to be a notation in the field of deck. And that was actually 2 kills for zero expectations there, Witch Doctor and Vengeful Spirit going down. Now they've lost their top tower. Something I haven't checked in a while is items. Apologies, let's have a look and see what we are looking at. Queen of Pain's got himself a Midas and an Urn to give himself, I guess, a little bit of catch-up. Someone who is feeling good is Makanan Sadap. He's got himself a Radiance, and I'm not sure when he actually got that because sloppy me, haven't been checking those items, but yeah. He's got himself a Radiance. He's going to look towards some, probably attack speed soon, maybe a Manta. Guess we'll see. Other than that, let's say Gex. He's got himself a nice little Aether Lanyards, but now we've got ourselves a fight, and now we have all ultimates on most players except for the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman goes down first. The Song of the Siren has been popped to try and get their team out, but the Arena of Blood doesn't care how much you sing. The Arena does not care how much you sing at all. We're just going to keep you trapped, and the Winter Wyvern can and will use his Winter's Curse. No, he won't. The Abaddon is actually trying to TP out. Now Frosty comes through with the Winter's Curse to interrupt the TP. He's got Maledict, and he's got 5 heroes surrounding him, and he has no hope. The Abaddon goes down. Another well-played fight for zero expectations. Coming away 3 for 0. 3 for 0. That is the Dragon Knight, the Abaddon, and the Shadow Shaman all died in those fights. So yes, the Song of the Siren is interrupting a lot of good things. It's doing a lot of good things. I think Stargale, the captain, is showing really good usages of it. Not being shy. Playing it as a position 5. But as we said, the arena doesn't care how much you sing. In fact, the soldiers in the arena were singing themselves, and the song of Stay Here. That's the song they were singing. Maguni. Let's go back. Cooling down a little bit. Let's go ahead and look at these items again. And the Aghanim's Shnepta has come out for the for the Vengeful Spirit on zero expectations. Mars has found himself a Blink. Maguni has got himself a Dragon Lance, Falcon Blade, and looks like he's moving on to get the Ags. He wants the Hypothermia, and I guess he's going to be applying this to the Abaddon and the Dragon Knight. Great call. I think it's a fine call. Other than a Aether Lens on the Witch Doctor, which definitely helped, nothing else of note. Spirit Vessel has been finished for the Queen of Pain. But do you know what else has been finished? The life of Stargale on the Naga Siren. 5 deaths, and Vengeful Spirit 10 and 3. Ooh. A clinic being put on by this Vengeful Spirit. And I'm just gonna say, Backdoor Protectors are just in general playing very well together. There's only been a few times where, and they are unfortunately obvious mistakes, especially after the fact, 2020 vision, going in under a tower against 3 heroes when you've only got 2 was an interesting choice. But other than that, most trades have been even on both teams. It's hard to fault major mistakes. Abaddon's always going to look scary. What's he got here? Is he getting a blade, man? Or is this just going to be for an Echo Saber Harpoon kind of deal here? What's coming out in this career? Broadsword first. Me hit hard. And they're backing off. Look at this. They are taking what they can get. This is what I would have said before I thought was going on. And we've got a Death Ward coming out here as well. And Shadow Shaman's actually... Oh, a little bit of counter synergy there, but no. Witch Doctor, his Death Ward's got a little bit longer to go, and it didn't unfortunately do anything. The counter synergy there was really an issue with the Winter's Curse, and also in front of the thing, but that's okay. Shadow Shaman's gone down. Vengeful Spirit manages to get the heals, and he keeps alive, so his second life is coming through. Now the Queen of Pain has been stunned, and he's also been killed. So this is a 3-for-1 trade at the moment, and the one that has died on the side of Backdoor Protectors is a Vengeful Spirit, who isn't actually dead. You know, it's not really dead. So that's essentially a 3-for-0. Incredible fight there coming out. Abaddon went in, got blocked. He sort of got handled by this arena, and then he also just got ulted from the Winter Wyvern, so he was unable to do anything anyway. Queen of Pain came through and popped a lot of damage with an ultimate. Yeah, there was not a damage issue. It really was just the Abaddon unable to connect there. So Backdoor Protectors say Roshan and get themselves a Roshan. Reason? We have got to pause. Just the classic DC. And we're going to start a nice little countdown timer. And that's begun. What do you want it to be? I think it's 10 minutes. Yeah, it's got 10 minutes. That's fine. Let's be generous. And while we wait, we can now look again at the items and the state of the game. I think it's been on Drow Ranger the whole time. Apologies to anyone that's wanted me to switch these buttons here. Haven't been pressing them as much, using the mouse. Maybe a mistake. Funnily enough, whoever is player number 5, I am never able to pick, so that's a sad react. The rest of them, those buttons work. I guess when I'm clicking on the heroes, maybe you've seen a little bit else, but yeah. State of the game, it's looking very good for our boys in red, and I say that because they are obviously dire. What does Dota Buff think? It thinks Backdoor Protectors have a 71% win rate chance. I'm sure that the recent collection of the Aegis is contributing to that. Net worth is actually very even. As we can see on the left as well, Abaddon, he's got farm. So does Dragon Knight. It really is just the Queen of Pain that's suffering a little bit, but only a little bit. You know, it's only 2k behind the lead. So net worth, very close. The XP, also very close. It's just, it seems like Dota Buff's really, really liking this this Aegis, along with very, very, very quick start there, and we're right back into it. Turn that timer off. Nice, that's a little spacebar. Cool. Unpauses nice and quickly, fantastic. And we're straight back into it. Where's the action happening? Where's the fun stuff? Yeah, ping and bot. Zero expectations. They saw Queen of Pain. Use the screen to just get this wave. They want to protect this, and it's going to look really nice. They're not going to need to use Glyph either, because that catapult's gone. However, they are on the hunt. And this Abaddon it hurts. Obviously, it feels nice because he's not going to die. But it's not always great if the Abaddon doesn't have his ultimate in the fights, especially when he's your +1, because now he looks like he's going to go down. The Witch Doctor puts his healing ward down and gets a lot of damage, but no, he's unable to actually fight. Shadow Shaman has gone down already. The Mars is low on health, and now the heal comes through with the Winter Wyvern in the back lines. The Vengeful Spirit hasn't died yet. He's putting down some serious damage. He actually, they managed to get the Dragon Knight. The curse goes down onto a creep, which does an excellent little bounce, and now the Abaddon's gone down as well. I think the team should have just got out of here. The Song of the Siren. Nagasari did not have Song, so that ends up being a 5 for none. Reality is 5 for 1 because the Vengeful Spirit did go down once, but again, he's got Ag, so another incredible fight coming out from the Backdoor Protectors. Let's have a look at these damage numbers. Vengeful Spirit is actually putting through a lot of damage. What does he have, chat? What does he have, guys? What is doing all of this damage for? Is it really just the stun and the clicks and the ticks and the schmicks? It really is. Nice little dragon lance. Nice little fun. I'm loving it. I think it's great.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And now, for the first time in the game, 0 Backdoor Protectors are putting some damage down on this tower. Now, if they were tracking ultimates, they would know that Quap has hers and doesn't have her life though. Quap goes down after a nice swap silence into the Drow silence. Sorry, so the Abaddon comes through, tries to put down some damage, but the Cold Embrace just comes through on the Winter Wyvern, so now he's safe. And his ultimate has already been popped, so now the Abaddon is 4v1. He's dealing a lot of damage, and he's keeping alive much longer than they thought. But ultimately can't get through because in the back line, a Vengeful Spirit has actually taken care of not only a Dragon Knight, but Stark Girl. Oh, it was the vision thing. She managed to use her. I think she maybe could have just died there. But that is actually another 4 for 1. Again, the Vengeful Spirit dying, but not really dying. 17 seconds, Vengeful Spirit will come back to life from the fountain, and this T3 bottom is looking dead. Is really looking dead. And there it goes. There goes the bottom tower. They don't have a glyph. They've got plenty of hopes, because like the fight looked good. They just need to figure out what to do about this Vengeful Spirit who goes in again. He now swaps in the Dragon Knight with plenty of damage coming through. The Dragon Knight is now dead. Shadow Shaman manages to control the Vengeful Spirit a little bit, but the curse comes down onto the Queen of Pain. The Winter's Curse. Will he die to this? No, but the stun then comes through from the Vengeful Spirit. Okay. Meanwhile, the rest of the team has managed to take down both barracks. Shadow Shaman has got the Winter Wyvern. Good option. Good hero. So the Winter Wyvern goes down, and so does the Vengeful Spirit on his first life. Drow Ranger does have a Aegis, but he's also now lost the Aegis. So Winter Wyvern, Queen of Pain, Dragon Knight, and Naga have all gone down on the Zero Expectations side, but they managed to get a Winter Wyvern, the Aegis away from Drow, and the first life from Vengeful Spirit. But at what cost? The racks were already gone. They didn't defend anything there other than, I guess they did. Backdoor Protectors were in their base, so they maybe could have ended if that fight ended poorly or worse. Yeah, ultimately, they're still T2s for the Radiance, so they wouldn't have been able to do any megas or any more damage to any more barracks. But no, so zero. Backdoor Protectors back off. Zero Expectations come alive. Drow Ranger has a butterfly now. Talk about these damage stats.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
4,500 damage on the Drow Ranger with the 2 lives. 3,000. Who did it for the... Yeah, the Abaddon. 4,200 with 1 life. Sort of 2, the hero he is, but really nice damage stats. Drow Ranger 16k. Let's have a look at these score items. So, notable things. Dragon Knight now has a Maelstrom and a Dragon Lance. Dragon. He looks like he's got a big EB coming up. I think the issue is there's not much armor going through on the side of the Drow. Really is just shredding. Glimmer Cape coming through on Star Girl, on the Naga Siren, Radiance, and a Harpoon on the Abaddon. So, Backdoor Protectors feeling comfy, feeling good, feeling like they are 12k gold up, which is the truth. Decide to take the top tier 2 of the Radiance. Now they're dewarding the triangle. Ooh, I love this new little staircase. Something that's important about this staircase is, let's say that you're an axe and you're standing here and a fight breaks out here. Previously, this staircase was not here and you had to walk around either this direction and then you can blink in. But now, with this staircase, you can just sit up here as your team pushes. If a fight breaks down here, just a little couple steps before you can now reach all the way into this danger area, which this used to feel much safer from up here, but no longer. I love this new little staircase. Zero Expectations playing very, very disciplined, you know? We're in front. We're feeling good. Let's get rid of the towers. Just keep up this
Radiant's middle
work.
tower
Oh,
is
a very
under
nice
attack.
shard coming through with the Glacier. Essentially just gives Drow a lot more attack range, a bonus arrows per wave as well. And did she get the... Drow can move slowly and use her items or custom mode shot? No, so I don't think it gives her extra damage.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Queen of Pain. Looking for a BKB. Not an Agnes. It apparently didn't feel like she could afford it after how she started. I don't mind the Vessel as well. It is very nice against a Winter Wyvern, but zero expectations. This is they're getting hounded on. Backdoor Protectors are now pushing the tier 3 mid. And the tier 3 mid is now gone. That's now gone.
Radiant's middle tower has
Pop
fallen.
links in, put some damage down. Winter Wyvern popping the Arctic Burn, just popping some damage down. Dragon Knight, he's popped his Dragon form and he's starting to put some damage down onto the Mars. Vengeful Spirit swaps the Mars out and maybe they're going to respect this. Maybe they're thinking, hey, this is a lot of damage. Queen of Pain unfortunately misses everyone with the ultimate. Mars blinks in, BKBs, puts his arena separating the Abaddon from the rest of the team. It really is 5v1 for the Abaddon. The song comes through. Very nice from the Stargirl. Able to get him out. Winter Wyvern blinks in. Almost got a very nice Winter Curse. He gets an average one. Maybe Stargirl will go down, but now that she has used her ultimate, I don't think that would have been too much of an issue, but she's alive anyway. So far, no kills. Both teams playing well. Very impressed here with zero expectations. Managing to hold. However, a lot of their abilities, which they need to continue to hold, are now gone. Yes, Mars doesn't have his arena, and Winter Wyvern doesn't have an ultimate, but Witch Doctor still has a Death Ward and the swap. And Abaddon doesn't have his second life. And there he goes. There goes the death. Witch Doctor with an Aghanim Scepter manages to get another 2 kills. So that is a 3 dead on zero expectations. And without a T2, this is not looking good.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
How many deaths, how many kills are we looking at? No, it doesn't look like any bonus points, but it is going to be the first win against zero expectations if the Backdoor Protectors can get it. And Backdoor Protectors are actually playing another game later tonight, which I will be casting. As I said, this is a game that was meant to happen in week 1, but it's week 4, so their other game, which they were playing in week 4, will happen after this. Mega Creeps is now available for our team. Zero expectations, and GG has actually been called. So in 5 seconds, the throne should actually fall, and there it is. They're not looking to try and fight their way out of this. Maybe they were also being a little bit respectful of the fact that they Backdoor Protectors do have another game match coming up, which I can respect. I like that. But no, it might have just been they really felt like they didn't have enough to be able to compete with what happened there. Very well played by Backdoor Protectors. A very good showing. This Vengeful Spirit, I was excited from the start, and I'm still excited. It's one of those situations where I almost wish that someone else on zero expectations had that little bit more of a better game earlier on, so that it could have just gone on longer. I would have just wanted to see more of this Vengeful Spirit, but I do think that it was a very good showing for Backdoor Protectors. The Vengeful Spirit coming through, the big ultimates, and then Drow just filling that extra little damage gap, which there wasn't much of thanks to Venge. Let's have a look at these scores. I'll just slide through slowly, and feel free to pause the video anywhere you need. Just have a look at the dealios there. Which damage did Vengeful Spirit ends up doing? 27k, so, you know, pretty even split. Teams congratulating themselves. Yes, in VSL stands for sportsmanship. So that's happening here. Damage numbers, 55k on the Dragon Knight, yeah, and 50k. So they were relatively hard to kill early on. They took a lot, but eventually the win, the fights that they kept winning on the Backdoor Protectors, the net worth, the items, the butterflies, the armor reduction coming through on Vengeful Spirit. It's it'll add it up. It'll add it up. Quick look at the graphs here. But awesome game. Awesome game. I'm gonna continue clicking through the menu, but I will stop talking so you can just enjoy them in peace without having to mute. So thank you for watching this game, for anyone that is watching, and I'll see you again tonight, and it's at 10:30 UTC. So for Melbourne, that's about 8:45. Anyone in Sydney, similar time. I think it's more like 9:15 for Sydney. Anyone in Adelaide, it's about 8:30. Sorry, it's about 7:30. So yeah, anyone watching want to watch another match, I'll see you there. There's also the Twitch channel Virtual Sports League 1, which if you missed the next game, there was another one playing there, and that'll be casted by Mad God himself. And that'll be another VSL Week 4 match. So, good night. For now.